Cabin air is on. Complete air. Temperature set. We can go ahead and turn on our strobe lights. And I think the only thing we'll need to do is, once we get up here, recording. So here's the, well, I was talking about, I'm at idle, but it keeps speeding up. How's the Lear? So far, I'm loving it. I only have a little less than 2 hours on it, but it has been a blast so far. Don't know exactly what I'm doing, but just enough to get from point A to point B on 2 separate flights. So, so far, we have survived. That doesn't mean we won't do something stupid along the way, though. All right, I got nobody on approach. Entering runway 13, which is confirmed, and nobody on the other side of the runway. And we should have a bit of a headwind here as we depart. All right, flap set to 8 degrees. And landing lights. I think we have everything else set. Let's just do one quick survey of everything just to make sure, since we're not super familiar with everything. Heating, extra heating we don't need right now. All that is on. Everything down here is on. That's nice. This panel has like everything up. This is a very important panel. Engines and batteries and inverters and generators. Anti-skid is on. Hydraulic pump on. Horn silence. We're on reset. Don't need to worry about it. We will go ahead. I don't know if this is correct, but we're going to arm the reverse thrusters just in case we have an aborted takeoff. And I believe we're good. All right, let's go 50%. Good, and toga. Now this thing flies like a fighter jet. It's got a really high takeoff and landing speed. Quite a bit of right rudder here to keep it on the center line. So we're looking for about 130 or so. This thing speeds up like a rocket ship. All right, rotate. And we are airborne. Positive rate, gear up. Slowly release that rudder. And let's go speed on autopilot. And I got key bindings to adjust for that. Let's go to nav mode. And we are well up here. Flaps up, 200 knots. Slight right turn to get on the nav track. So it's got us held at around 200 knots or so on the speed ascent. And once we get stabilized here, we will adjust that to about 250. Crazy rate of climb, climbing out at 6,000 feet per minute right now. It's unbelievable how fast you get up in the air for the first 10,000 feet. All right, pretty much a straight line flight here, so let's go ahead and go autopilot on. And we will adjust our climb speed to 250 knots. And I did bind these things just before the stream here, which makes it so much easier than having to push these switches here, because normally I'd have to be pushing up and down on that, but I can just push a button on my joystick here. Absolute rocket ship. Yeah, look at that. We are already at 8,000 feet. Climb rate is almost 7,000 feet per minute right now.
I'm right on 7,000 in the longitude.
Let's keep increasing that speed reference. It does not seem to be adjusting, or it's adjusting very slowly. I had that working a minute ago, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Let's see if I go to airspeed. We may have to do the manual way here. So if I increase, oh, the autopilot kicked off. Push the nose over. We're at 12,000 feet, so landing lights can come off. Things happen super fast in this airplane just because how fast the airplane is. And keep nosing over. We're looking for about 270 indicated on our climb speed here. Yeah, that's unbelievable. I mean, we shot up out of there like it was nothing. So 260, 270. There's not really a indication for me to see here, so let's bump that up just a touch. And we're going to arm the altitude select. About 290 now, so a little bit too fast, but we'll get her back in line here. Let's see what that settles out at. Coming up on 16,000 feet. Check our cabin altitude. It is increasing slowly and holding perfectly. So there is 270. All right, we'll go ahead and hide this. We don't need that right now. Let's take a look at our annunciator panel and nothing. And node. Okay, it wasn't in node already. Just making sure. Back down to 260, so let's nose down just a touch. Not sure why that suddenly isn't working. It was working just fine earlier. Oh, we lost our speed. I haven't quite figured out why things stop working sometimes yet. I don't know if it's a key binding or what, but like I said, new aircraft. First Officer Bodie's barking at somebody. Yes, can I help you? Oh, I see everybody in the back.
Yeah, you have passengers.
Okay, now it seems to be working. Yep, we got passengers. What's wrong, Bodie? Maybe it was working. I'm not sure.
Do they know you only have 2 hours in the plane?
I'll let them know when we get the cruise.
Okay.
Can't do much about it now. What? What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Did you see an evil man? Oh, he's all worked up. Okay, so maybe I just wasn't in indicated airspeed again for some reason, but no, it seems to be working now. That may have just been a me problem, not so much an airplane problem. Giving Bodie some butt scratches here. They're calming down. Alright, we got 33 miles to our next waypoint here. Oh, good. We got the banana arc. That'll get us at cruise right at our first waypoint there. It's currently indicating. And let's do 1 notch more for the indicated airspeed climb. Get us right there to 270 mark. I wonder. I haven't found an indication that tells me what I'm targeting yet, but I'm sure. Well, there may not be anything. I don't know. It may just be based off the flight director, but I haven't figured it out myself yet. Cruise, we're looking for about 0.76 or 0.78, somewhere in that range. That should get us a comfortable Mach speed once we get the cruise. We need to go ahead and go over to standard on the Barrow. Surprised there's not a reset when you push. So decision on it. Angle of attack. I'm not sure what this is supposed to do. I haven't really seen it work. It may just not even be on. I'm not sure. Marker nav test. Oh, that's outer, middle, and inner marker. Ooh, what's this guy? Climb. CLI and MB. I'm not sure what those mean. Climb and dive. Maybe. Yeah. Go ahead and take track IR while here so you guys don't get motion sick. That's holding nicely. We're about 268, 269. Let's try inching up just a touch more. See if it gives those extra 2 knots. There it goes. Nice. Perfect. Oh, yeah, so you can see our barber pole is, what, 0.81 Mach or so. And this thing is interesting to read because the way you got the Mach, which is on the this portion right here, and then you got knots on the inner ring. And then this probably adjusts to. Oh, this is. You can set your target. There we go. So we're going to target. Let's do 7, 8. So there's 8, 9, 10. So that's what we're targeting. Although it keeps creeping up on me. What does that mean? Oh, the dial is spinning, not. I was like, what's going on here? I guess this will show us if we're out of sync for what we're expecting. Still holding at 270 though, so that's good. So the Mach is increasing, so we need to go focus the Mach speed now. So I wonder if there's a way to go from speed to Mach. Because we'll eventually end up overspeeding the way this keeps climbing. Go ahead and hide this guy. So you have the beacon, marker beacon high, low. That's the sensitivity, I think. I'll have to look that up. Does anybody know by chance? Anybody watching? I have to know how to go from knots to Mach, because I'm going to have to increase my nose here. I'm going to decrease the speed, increase the angle of attack. Now we are at our first waypoint, doing a slight right turn. Maybe there is a button on the yoke. Maneuver and push sync. And a red button that probably shouldn't be touched. We really want to be climbing at about a 0.75 Mach or so, so let's keep decreasing that, but increasing our rate climb.
I just Googled your question. It says, hold the left mouse, click the speed knob, and right mouse click to switch from Mach to knots.
The speed knob.
Where's the speed knob? I don't know.
I've got this little indicator here. That's for the Lear 35A.
So, I'm not sure, but I just Googled it. If you left click it and then right click it, does it switch? I don't know.
Well, I only have the ability to scroll. I don't have like something I can select, you know what I mean?
It says, have you selected the little knob behind the speed knob from FMS to MAN? The speed knob works for me by pressing the center of the knob.
I'm gonna have to consult their Discord too and get a picture of what they're talking about.
There's no pictures in this text. Yeah. The longitude,
Altitude.
Mach speed switch. Yeah.
Oh, this is the Learjet.
Oh, okay. I Googled Learjet. Let's see.
Let's check out the Discord real quick. Mock hold issue, separate from mock hold. Not sure yet. Nearing stall state in mock hold and push the power back to flat. Where is mock hold? Low dampener, we gotta engage that. Mock. Check our tanks here. So left tip tank is empty. Left wing fuselage, right wing, right tip total. Leave it on total for now. What does that button do? 05. Uh-oh. Autopilot just kicked off for some reason. Oh no, it was 1,000-foot warning. Okay. Makes the same noise. Oh, there's another click spot. You can click on these pin holders up here and get the yoke back and forth. Heading. You are in op. This is what I get for not reading the manual.
It's a lot more fun this way.
Yeah. For 7-8, which we just happen to be right on the money already, so we are leveling off shortly though, so we're going to start pulling a touch of power back. Check our cabin pressure at 6,000 like we want it to be, so that is excellent. Just that dial one more time and pull back just a touch on the speed again. Not used to the turbine numbers I should see for certain Mach speeds just yet, but we're getting close to that bar repulse. Let's pull it back to, let's try 8.8. Yes, can I help you? About 8.6. Still keeping us right there around 7.9. Excuse me. About 8.5. There we go. Now we seem to be getting comfortable. We'll be curious to see how this bounces around, like the, you know, if you're familiar with flying the CRJ, it bounces around quite a bit. You can kind of get it honed in, but it does require quite a bit of finesse. So we are dropping below our target speed, so this is part of the fun of a manual throttle jet this fast. Bump it up just a touch, see where that settles out at.
Mine's got me at Mach 0.84.
8.4. Woo!
Yep.
I'll rip my wings off if I try to do that. I don't think your first officer is happy with your 2 flight hours. Nice. Disagreeing with the fact that we don't know what we're doing. He's over here yelling at me that, about all my experience, and I don't have an idea how to fly this airplane. Pretty long, boring straight line here, but we can enjoy some of the outside views. I think we just are about to get over Tallahassee, which will be off our right here. Somewhere down there is Tallahassee. You can start seeing the panhandle. Hopefully in a few weeks I'll be down there on the beach. We gotta book our condo first, though. We had one, and then
Which beach?
to be determined, but it's on 30A, so somewhere between Destin and Panama City Beach. or him,
Okay.
maybe one way or the other, a little further if we need to.
Yeah, it's all good.
One of our to-dos tonight is to finalize those plans. Okay, let's see here. We may have to reference the manual. Something just beeped at me. Why are we beeping? Still in nav mode. Oh, we're descending. Why are we descending? Altitude hold is on. Altitude select. And then let's go into vertical speed mode. Bump that up just a touch. Not sure why we started descending there. Haven't had that issue yet. I've been to Panama City a couple times. It's pretty good. Yeah, I really enjoy that area. The whole 30A area is my favorite place on the East Coast to go to the ocean. I've not actually been to a beach on the West Coast before. Again, if you were a little more along the way, I'd come say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, where are you taking?
How far away
Going
from
down 65?
Montgomery? How far away from Montgomery are you?
Probably about 90 miles.
Well,
Maybe
if you're
100.
interested, and I know it's a bit of a drive, we can maybe catch a lunch or something. Late lunch. Well, actually, by the time I get there, it'll probably be around noon. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe.
Well, that's Central Time, right? Yeah. So.
Yes, that is Central Time there.
Yep. Just let me know when you're gonna do it, and I'll going on.
All right. It'll be Lindsay and Sarah will be with me, and one of Sarah's friends, I think.
I think I'm fixing to pass. I'm under you. What altitude are you at?
410. Whoa! My ears, Bodie. My ears. I have noise canceling earbuds and headphones and my ears. What? Why are you so
I think
upset?
I just passed you, boss.
Uh-oh. I am going a little slower than I meant to where I started climbing there. Oh, there he is. Right off my nose. See if this thing will hold this altitude this time. This would be a very fun airplane to fly with
alert.
multiple navigation. What'd you say?
I said I got a traffic alert. It must be you.
Yeah.
What does the Learjet look from the outside look like?
Ugly?
I think it's kind of ugly.
Go outside for a minute.
It's got these tip tanks
Oh
that
yeah, look at
make
that.
it look like it's got little torpedoes attached to the wings.
Oh, it looked like a F-104 back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like a torpedo. Wait, it's long nose.
Yeah. And what'll be fun here when we get to our landing is just how fast it lands, because you got to land at like 150 knots almost.
Oh.
Alright, so we are, Tallahassee's off to our right. We're heading down the coast of 30A here in Florida. Tallahassee. It should be behind us a little bit now. There, that it? Maybe? That might be it. Got a wingman up here with us. Oh, I'm passing you back up. Hang on, what's my speed doing?
Well, I slowed down a little bit.
Okay.
Give you a chance to catch up.
I'm sitting right around 7,
I
8.
took it off. Yeah, I took it off auto throttle a while ago.
Gotcha.
I'm at Mach 0.78 right now, but I'm manually working the throttle.
Engine sync. So you do fan or turbine speed. Interesting how much of a difference in temperatures we have. I'm not sure which one's the better one to use here. It does have a fuel jettison. I have not tried to do that to see what it does, but the autopilot just kick off again, or do we get to? Why is it not holding the altitude? Roll, pitch, engaged, altitude hold, set to 410. Go keep climbing. I don't understand this. Vehicle speed. Moves it over. What am I missing here, guys?
What's it doing? Trying to climb?
Yeah, it won't hold the altitude for some reason.
All right. Autopilot didn't flip off, did it?
I cycled it a couple times there. It's showing roll and pitch. Do soft turns. Going back down to 410. Diesel says it's about 45 minutes west of Atlanta. You might even be able to catch up with us if you want to drive down to Montgomery.
It's not too far from me.
No, he's not. Because we should be taking a route through Montgomery.
65 goes right through it.
Yeah, normally I'll take 65 down that way in that area, and then go through Birmingham over to Montgomery, and then kind of hop off at Montgomery to go down to 30A.
You have 231 from Montgomery?
Is it 331?
31.
Yeah, 331.
Take through Troy and then down to Dothan and then on in.
Yep.
I used to run those roads with my old job.
So if it were to be Panama City, so what kind of construction they've got going on right now? None? What? There's no way. There's speed cameras though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take me through Montgomery. And then the fastest route is down 141 to 134 to 87. Kind of gets on these back roads. All right, we are holding 41,000 feet now pretty solidly, so hopefully that stays consistent. What we should probably do, though, is start looking at our descent planning. We've still got a little ways to go, but let's go ahead and look at what we've got going on here. So I don't currently have any sort of approach in the Key West called out. Go to our procedures approach. I'm not sure if there is an approach. I'm sorry, an arrival. Yeah, there's none. Approach. I just got my license a few months ago. That would be one crazy drive for me. It's one way to test your skills. Now we do need to pull back just a touch on the throttle here. Just a touch. All right. We are looking for runway 9. Let's check the weather down in Key West real quick.
10 knots of wind, out of 96 degrees. 29
About
degrees
90 at
Celsius. Yeah. That
Ooh,
runway
nice.
is not very big.
No, I have landed an A320 there, so we can do it.
It's only 4,700 feet, 4,800 feet.
It is not a pleasant landing in an A320, but you can do it.
Oh, jeez. And they don't even have no ILS or anything, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Got RNAVs. Alright, so we're heading out over the Gulf here. Cedar Key you should be able to see it there off your left there, Ken. That is a
Yep,
fun
my
place to go
favorite
to.
spot. But one of them.
There's some restaurants right there on the water. When we get a little closer and loads in a little bit more, we might be able to get in the drone camera and look at it some. I've
That's
done
a really
some
nice place.
done some work down in Ocala before, and Cedar Key was one of my dinner spots. A little bit of a drive, about an hour, but. Hello, First Officer Bodie. I wonder if you're over here bumping into my trim. 'Cause I've got the Bravo. I wonder if he's hitting the trim wheel and it's disconnecting something. Pretty sure Delta flies an A319 from Atlanta to Key West. Probably. That would be a good flight for a 319. There's this little loop right here. There's a bunch of restaurants out on Cedar Key, right over the water. It's really cool. And I'll have to send you some pictures I took on my last trip down there. It's been, I haven't been down there for 6 years or so, but it was definitely one of the a very unique place. It used to be a fishing village, is my understanding. It turned into a tourist spot.
One of them little sleepy, kind of, really, I don't know, you just hang out there, you know?
Yeah, there's not a lot to do. It's just a nice, quiet place to go. We do have an RNAV for 9. So we'll go ahead and load that approach in. Take a look at that real quick. That has us cutting off at Carnu. Heading on over to Key West. We may do a manual vector into Atnall there. One thing we can do, so I haven't adjusted my fields here, so let's go to change fields. And I like to do vertical speed required here. And what we'll do is go to our utilities page, VCalc, and let's take a look at that chart real quick for the approach on RNAV to 9. And final fixed approach is 1,500 feet, so we're going to want to be at 1,500, and that is at Busby. Actually, it has us at Atnall at 1,500 before that. Vertical speed profile, we'll do 2,000 feet per minute. And Atnall. And it's saying 24 minutes on top of descent, so we should be able to go back to our map and see a top of descent marker. There it is right there. Which that appears to be at Tampa. We'll be descending right over top of Tampa. So once this gets to around 2,000 feet, that's where we'll start descending. I don't think there is a field for time to top of descent. That would be kind of cool to have. Let's look. Trip timer. Time to top of descent. There we go. There, that's cool. Top of descent in 23 minutes. Beautiful. And we know that we're going to be descending at 2,000 feet per minute, so we already know what we're going to want to descend at. So in 23 and a half more minutes, should be under descent. Alright, we are flying over Cedar Key here. Let's take a look at this. There we go. So it looks kind of crappy from this altitude, but there's that little ring I was telling you about where all the restaurants are. There's the main road coming in. And I think we landed one night in the TBMs down there at that airport. Can't remember.
A couple of times.
Funny seeing how the GPS and all that stuff goes away when you go to the exterior model. So while we're sitting here at cruise, what's kind of cool about this airplane is you got these windows you can open up.
You open it up.
What's that?
When you open it up mid-flight.
The windows or the door?
Yes, the windows.
Yeah.
Really? That's kind of
Right
cool.
Yeah, and it'll suck you right out of there.
There's some light in here. Let these people enjoy their views.
I know on some planes it causes it to crash.
Well, hopefully it doesn't on this one. There's lights you can turn on. There's a lot of really cool, useless things for us most of the time, but fun to play around with while we're at cruise. And there is some other lights, cabin lights, baggage light, dim it. Don't push the open the door button, probably wouldn't be a good idea. It's not a very large airplane by any means. I mean, I wouldn't complain about flying in this, but, you know.
It's actually kind of cramped, really.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is the model of a woman, and her head is smashed up against the side of the ceiling there, so. She's got the seat right here, look at that. All the headroom. He just looks upset about something. He's deep in thought. These monitors come out? No. Take a look here, 20 minutes, top of descent. Doing good on fuel. Cabin's holding pressure. Kenny's still hanging out in front of us there. Got ground speed at 431 knots and a slight, ever so slight tailwind. Or headwind, sorry. Mostly a crosswind. So, Diesel, what do you think about the Learjet so far? I think this would be fun to fly up north somewhere, up into Canada maybe, and try to get some cold weather operations, see how it handles those. Tampa off in the distance there. Decision height. Yeah. 580. That's enough. More. You got a map and weather here? How's this work? Map? Let's show terrain. Looks pretty fun. If it wasn't for the 777, I would definitely buy it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you said that a minute ago about picking it up. Sorry, I missed that comment. Yeah. I bought this on a whim. Not, really thinking about the fact that the 777 is going out, next week. Super exciting. we may be doing an off-schedule stream just for that one, just to have some fun. And Dev had a good idea about doing a delivery flight from Washington over to the Boeing factory. Definitely don't want to fly it to our hub all the way in Boston because that would be a very, very long stream, and we would have to have some topics to talk about. But we'll have to figure out exactly where we want to go. Where do you think we should go? I'd like to do it in Coast.
I was thinking Chicago.
That's still pretty darn far.
Is it? Okay, I'll look at a map. I'm not very good at geography.
I mean, that's 2/3 of the way across the country.
That's true.
We could probably do like a Salt Lake City.
Or Vegas.
Yeah, that would work.
City or Vegas, yeah. Well, Vegas is really going out of the way. Salt Lake City does have that really beautiful approach.
Or I love Denver. That's kind of far. So maybe Salt Lake. Or
Salt Lake
Boise.
City,
That's close though.
Well, Boise's just right around the corner. It's about it's about halfway, I guess. Supposedly next week. Yes, you were very right on that. Don't get Dev started.
I think PDG's going
that,
to get it done with, but we'll see. I think they got it this time though. There might be an actual board.
Might be a what?
There might be an actual world war.
Oh yeah.
If it doesn't come out on time, I would not be surprised.
That's very possible. I know they haven't been very accurate with their releases, but you know what? If we get it in the next 2 weeks, I'm okay with that. We've only
not been accurate with releases.
3 years.
What happened when the 737 came out? Did they not get it?
I don't recall, but just their estimates. I mean, even for the 777, you know, they have
very true.
through that.
But they have a date down, unless if something terrible goes wrong. But I doubt that's going to happen at this point.
Hopefully not. I think it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And they are very risk adverse when it comes to releasing things.
Until they magically accidentally lose the entire file. You have to start from the ground up again. They magically lose the entire file and have to start all over again.
Oh, yeah. Right, so let's go ahead and dial on our course, which is 093. Yes. I'm not entirely sure of the correct procedures for getting onto a nav track. I think you just leave it in nav mode and arm the glide slope, because there's not really an approach button. As long as it lives up to the hype, I'll gladly wait another day or two. Yeah. From what I've seen, I think it's going to live up to the hype for a change. A lot of cool little features that we haven't seen in many aircraft or any aircraft. The iPad looks like it's got a massive overhaul. Looks like it's got some way to move it around the cockpit with that little imaginary hand if you watch the preview video.
I believe it's just different settings in the FMC.
Yeah, but it'll be nice not to have to, click through the computer just to be able to patch gates and open doors and all that stuff.
I wouldn't get your hopes up on that, to be completely honest.
I think 737 driver, or I guess it's 830 driver, whatever he is now. He has a video about it. A preview of the tablet, and I'm going to watch it after we land. But I have not seen it yet, personally.
Oh, I've not seen that either. They aren't lifting the NDA till tomorrow, so that'd be surprising if he has a preview of it already.
Feature preview. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure as much as he's done for them, he's getting early access. Or not access is the wrong word. An early NDA release.
I just want it ported back to this. I know they are going to do it. They said they're going to port most of the features back to the 737. Because although I'm excited for a 777, just the 737, you can't beat it.
It is great. It is the workhorse of their airplanes. So I'm sure There'll be pluses to the 777. One will be new, so it'll be fun to learn, and it'll be big. But you know, with the larger airplanes, you do have that heft to throw around. You know, it's not as easy to maneuver as a 737 is, for example. Which is something that we'll get used to as users, but and then just your you know, when you're descending, it's probably a lot harder to lose speed compared to the 737 because you got a lot of weight up in the air. What is the max takeoff weight of that thing?
Let me check. That's in kilograms. Why? 775,000 pounds.
Compared to our usual, what, 167, 168, somewhere in there? Multitudes heavier?
142,000.
For which variant?
That's a 400. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought that was a little low.
Let's do the Dash 900 just for.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, 187.
Okay, so you're looking roughly 4 times bigger. What's up, Ellie?
There, sorry, unmute my mic.
We are over Tampa right now, if you are wanting to join. So depending on how fast you can get up and flying, Fort Myers or Punta Gorda, somewhere along there, Sarasota maybe even.
You descending yet, Michael?
10 minutes to top of the sun.
Now that we do have the 777, are you ever going to go back to the 737?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't tend to just fly one thing around here, so.
Which airport are you coming up on?
We just passed Tampa. Sarasota would be the next one. And then,
You're assuming I knew American geography.
Tampa is the west side of Florida, about halfway down.
Oh, Tampa. Okay. Oh, but that's not in your flight plan.
No, I don't think it was a waypoint.
We're kind of flying over it.
Yeah, we're at cruise, flying over it.
Yeah, it's going to be a few minutes. I gotta cover that.
If you might want to go a little further south, Fort Myers probably has a nice airport. There's a little bit of weather in the area for Key West, looking at the radar on Volanta here, but not seeing anything that's going to cause us any concern.
Wait, you guys are in Colorado?
What?
You said Key West. So that's in Colorado, right?
Yeah, we're going to Key West, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're that far through the flight plan.
Yeah, we're what, a little over halfway.
Yeah.
Been in the air for what, 40 minutes? They offered up a manual with this thing, but it's more about a show and tell and less of a actual do this or that thing. Oh, here we go. Speed. Indicated airspeed or Mach. That's how you do it. Right there. On the autopilot. Oh, we're turning.
Ah. How simple.
Yeah. So imagine that. You know, we would be on the autopilot, right?
Mm.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw, but Matthias said that he's releasing the 777 manual on Saturday.
Oh, really?
So, Yep.
I will have to take my iPad with me and read through that.
Sorry, you passed Tampa at the moment, or?
Yes, we are over Sarasota now, which is south of Tampa.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so
I'm gonna get up just in time to land in the final airport.
we'll go ahead and go to speed mode. How do you change to Mach? That's how you do it, Ron. When you were saying left click then right click.
Yeah, I just hold on. I just went to an ad. now I can see a screen.
So, if you left click, it says disengage. You left click, hold it, and then right click swap.
I see.
Okay. So what does that mean for nav mode, I wonder? Anything? No. Okay.
I don't think I've ever done an RNAV approach in this plane. I got it. It's in the flight plan, so I guess I just put it on approach mode and let it go.
Yes.
And hope for the best.
Yeah.
Let's look at-
I can always. Let's see. Miami's not that far away. I don't know. Of course, it feels like Miami here now.
The amount of self-control it's taking to not pop in an F-22 and buzz over you guys is tremendous.
Who's
I got
stopping
5
you?
minutes to top descent here. I'm going to run and check on the first officer real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, First Officer Bodie was chilling at the front door, observing his pupdom. Watching for stranger dangers.
Is what?
Pupdom, Pup Kingdom.
Over his
Oh.
kingdom, making sure that everything's okay.
Yep.
That's funny.
My wife calls it when the dog is checking the perimeter.
Yeah. Oh, there's a third. That's two. Interesting. How does that one differ? Oh, it doesn't. It's just okay. Never mind. Yeah, he's over there. Anytime somebody walks by, he's like peasants. Around the 1 minute marker for top of descent, we will start. We'll go into descent speed mode. And one thing I'm curious about is why is vertical speed still on? Compared to altitude select is it's in arm mode. That's why. So if we go to vertical speed and push it over just a touch, it should recapture back at 41,000. That's what it does there for us. Captured. And leveling off. Uh-oh. See, he's up. You hear that? Peasants! 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 Oh, you know what? We might change up our approach just a touch here. So I didn't put in a vector, but a transition here. So we probably want Chet's. Let's load that in. That should smooth out that and do exactly what I wanted to do, which would be a left base here. Yep, that's perfect. A little squiggly just because probably our speed at the moment. But
Yeah, I'm going direct chats now.
oh no, now second officer's barking.
Mm.
Second officer boots.
I'm just getting over Sarasota.
One thing that's interesting here is this clock. So I currently show 0014 Zulu. But this clock shows 2322. Did we lose our top of descent because I was messing with that, or did we pass it when I was not paying attention? Probably passed it. So let's go ahead and go to my glide slope speed. And we're going to decrease our speed. Decrease our altitude, going down to 1500. Whoa! Is that Dev?
Yes, it
Couldn't
is.
resist.
He couldn't resist.
Nope. Alright, let's do select. There we go. We're actually about exactly where I wanted to. That was a bit of a rough tumble there, but let's see if this gives us our arc here. It does. So let's let that settle out, then we'll adjust our speed. Looking for 7.5, which is pretty much right on it, so it's holding it pretty well. It's in pretty quick though, so let's give it a little extra gas. Decrease our climb or descent rate. More for 2,000 feet per minute, not 4,000. That's the fun of these airplanes, is learning how to use these. The lack of VNAV makes it a lot more interesting. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and move our dial over to 150 knots. That'll be our approach reference. Let me double check that number. Let me see if anybody in the Discord has mentioned the approach speed.
Oh, tonight.
Sim? I don't know if there's an approach speed calculator in the... I wish there was some like takeoff and landing information. Oh, you know what? Doesn't Simbrief have an approach and a landing performance? They do have that. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this says. So Learjet 35A default runway 9. length is fixed. Flap setting 40. VREF additive, let's do +10. And populate weather and calculate. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, so actual landing distance is 3,213 feet. Factored landing distance 4,310, and that gives us about 500 feet of margin. Approach speed is 130 knots. Okay. I did not expect to use the SimBrief landing and takeoff performance calculations, but being in this aircraft, it was necessary. Second officer boots is in my lap. I have an intruder. He's like a big fluffy marshmallow right now. Needs a haircut. Alright, so we are low enough in altitude to go ahead and swap over to speed instead of Mach. So let's... Oh, oops. Too many buttons, too many buttons. Alright, so let's go ahead and decrease that some. Looking for about 270 or so. Around 2,000 feet per minute.
What's our arrival airport again?
Key West.
Thank you.
Far away, you guys, at this point.
I am straight line, maybe 100 miles. No, not even that. Probably like 80.
Get in for nah, I don't think I'm gonna make it tonight.
Okay. Hop on a helicopter and greet us. First Officer Bodie, don't hit the rudder pedals. He started backing up that bodacious booty and started running into the rudder pedals. oh, don't hit the trim either. Come on. You like to come in here and just sit on the rudder pedals sometimes. Alright, I'm still not slowing down as I would expect to. Okay, their speed. Yes. I hear you. It's leveling off. Sir, my ears. Good thing I got a limiter on the microphone so you guys aren't getting blasted by those barks like I am. We will go do something after this, I promise. Yes, I promise. Oh, do I need a bath? Do you need a bath? He's got this little nub. He's an Australian Shepherd. He's got a little nub going on, and it's growing the hair in a funky way. So it's like this little pointy, hairy nub wiggling around. So I need to pull a little bit of throttle back. Get that banana arc back into range there. So yes, I don't think there's any sort of calculations in this tablet. But it was very cool that I was able to use SimBrief for that. If I hit copy, what does that post as? I'm gonna put this in the schedule channel here. Oh, look at that. That's cool. I don't know if can I post that into the chat? I don't think the format's going to be great. No, it's not.
Oh, my brother's made it in too.
Oh, Bloggins, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, just long day.
I understand it's a long week for me.
I'm just trying to get things running as well myself at the moment.
Ah,
We're a little behind the curve on the descent here, just a touch. So I'm gonna pull some throttle back. And the local altimeter graph shows us at 3000. See, when I posted that into the chat in YouTube, it didn't really even post the whole thing. Did that pull in my landing
My
wing?
flight
Oh,
simulator
it did.
keeps freezing up.
Alright, let's go ahead and transfer over to the 300 barrel. We're getting close to 18,000 feet. I'm going to have to constantly keep adjusting engine power here as we get to some thicker air. You know what? I'm not on live time, am I? Dang it.
It's almost sunset.
Yep, there we go. That's a lot prettier. I've been missing out on the views. Look at that moon. No wonder this week's been so crazy.
I was just looking to see if it was full.
It is full.
But I couldn't tell.
I think what gets me is I at one point set a preset in the world map, and it keeps defaulting to that versus the live weather, so I need to adjust that. It keeps getting me. And we've been missing out on the sunset the entire time. I just looked over at the day-night line on Navigraph. I was like, wait a minute. So there's the tip of the main, I will call it mainland Florida, and then Key West is this sliver on out here, so you can actually see it a little bit. Showing pretty good on our angle there. We will have to start slowing down our descent rate though to, or not our descent rate, but our descent speed to 250 knots shortly.
Ken, are you almost ready to land?
I am, let's see, 60 miles from Chet's.
Huh.
does Key West have a ILS?
No.
No, Arnett.
RNF?
I've not done an RNAV in this thing yet, so I'll be curious to see how it goes. Now, while we're thinking about this, you know, I would probably benefit from just looking at the checklist for landing here, because I've not actually read through the entire checklist. So, descent. Windshield heat is required. Cabin controller, field elevation. We should be able to go on down to 0 here, because this thing at sea level can pressurize to a pretty high altitude. Yeah, we're good. We're well below 24,000 feet, so go ahead and let that start changing to cabin pressure. Anti-ice systems not needed. Transition that we did. Recognition lights are on. And those are over here. Those are on. Pressurization is decreasing, or the cabin pressure, or cabin altitude, correction, is decreasing. Ah, words are hard. Decreasing, and PAX briefing, cabin security. Okay. Let's look at our approach. Whoa, circuit breaker's in. That's a scary thing to have to worry about when you're. Circuit breakers are not simulated in this airplane, so we're okay there.
I'm still mad about that.
Hydraulic and emergency air pressure check. So hydraulic pressure's good, emergency air is good.
Altitude.
Fuel balanced. Right wing fuselage, left wing looks pretty balanced to me. Okay. fuel approach setup and briefing. We're going to be RNAV into 9. Hopefully we have everything set up correctly. Getting close to 10,000 feet, so we are going to slow down shortly. Position indicator lights out.
Altitude.
Bleed valve test. Bleed valve test. I would expect it to be somewhere over here, but don't see it at the moment. I'm not going to spend too much time searching for it either. 13,000. Before landing, spoilers retracted. Spoilers are retracted. Flaps 8 or 20 degrees. Landing gear down. Taxi landing lights is required. We'll go ahead and get our landing lights on. These don't slow us down any. Anti-skid on, lights out. Anti-skid is on, lights are out. Engine sync off. That's an interesting one. I guess it probably limits your engine, like you could be losing performance when you need it, kind of thing. So engine sync is off. Okay, it was already off. I had it off the entire flight. Whoops. Thrust reversers disarmed. Wouldn't you want those armed though? Flaps down indicated. Hydraulic pressure ignition on. Autopilot disengage. Yaw dampener off during flare. Go ahead and turn our yaw dampener off. Oh, you know what? That probably kicks off with the autopilot. Make sure we're still on the autopilot here, so okay, returning. All right, there's 11,500. Let's start slowing down some. For 250 knots. Coast power. We continue descending. Go right around 250, see where it settles out at. Getting a little bumpy down here. Whoa, there goes somebody. Who was that? What you again, Dev?
It might
Oh,
have been.
log
I
on.
don't think so though.
Ooh, look at that sunset. It's bloggins that time. Oh, look at that picture. I didn't mean to get that, but take it.
I just kind of line up with you. I have no clue what heading you're at. Yeah,
Heading is currently 19 or so. Okay, we're at 250 knots, below 10,000 feet. That's perfect. We are going to slow up a bit more once we get closer to our altitude here. So I actually need to give us some power so that we level off just a touch.
Yeah, I'm just flying longitude tonight. It's pretty much my only jet.
Yeah, there's not a ton of private jets that are worth their salt, so after landing let's go ahead and get rid of this thing. And I will turn on the floodlight a little bit for you guys watching. It'll be a little easier to see. So I believe it's probably going to be pretty dark by the time we get on the ground. Now that I have my real time engaged. Is there any overhead lights? Oh, if we could check out the cabin lights. Cabin lights. Whoa, it's bright. We're just managing this aircraft through autopilot currently. It's gonna get busy here in a moment. Once we get about right here, so I'm gonna start slowing it up so make these little S-turns a little easier on us. Probably go ahead and get down to around 200 knots. I'm gonna try decreasing our descent speed and decreasing the throttle at the same time, see how smoothly that goes. I'm sure there's an art to it in the real airplane. Get track IR back enabled. Come on, Boots, get down. Why is it anytime I want to land, the dog's jumping on me? Now that's the airport right in front of us there. Well, that's the, what's the other airport down here in Key West?
Naval Station.
Yeah, the naval station. That's right down there. Got a bunch of traffic in the air around us here. We have fuel left, about 1,800 pounds. Still curious about this timer. Flight
And
time.
my game crashed.
Oh no. I'm gonna figure out the timer thing there.
Are you in live time right now?
I am now, yes.
You got me wondering if I'm in live time because yours looks a lot darker than mine.
Yeah, I just turned it on, so.
8 p.m. But okay, I was
Yeah, it should be
a little
8:36.
bit back. There we go. And now I see that add-on, that Parallel 42. I get Northern Lights year round, regardless of where you are in the world.
I seem to have lost my banana arc there. Oh, goodness. Bodie, please. Oh, jeez. Bark, 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 bark. Sir, we have got to work on this door manners. First Officer Bodie is upset. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start decreasing my speed and decreasing the throttle at the same time. I'm targeting around 200 knots. Be nice if there's some sort of indication of what it was. And maybe there is, I just haven't found it yet, but there's the naval field. Our airport's off our nose. What's the speed? throttle. So, come on. Picked a bad time. Nope. Bodie, come on, lay down, lay down. Let's double check our altimeter here. It's still showing 3000. And I'm in IMC for a moment here. Showing that I need to be another 1,000 feet down. Full throttle back just to get a little descent rate back. There's that arc. See, this is a fun challenge to manage with your throttle, your actual descent rate. There's very fine adjustments. Who's that? There's Ken. He's on final, it looks like.
And that moon's really looking good.
Oh, I just totally overshot the air runway.
Uh-oh.
Actually, well, which runway? Which is the runway approach we're taking?
9.
Okay, then I didn't overshoot it. I'm going around. Aha.
Alright, there's 200 knots. Let's go ahead and get a notch of flaps in. 8 degrees.
Well, so far this thing actually flew that approach pretty good.
I'm curious to see how well this handles on RNAV. So I got it sitting about 170 right now indicated. About to do our 180 here. Get that arc about exactly where I want it. There's that left turn. Once we get lined up, we will arm the glide slope. Altitude select is armed at 1,500 feet, which is our final approach fixed altitude. And bus speed is where we are looking to capture the glide slope. How's the foot alarm?
Let's see you.
Something's yelling at me. Speed, I guess. Let's go ahead and go 20 degrees.
And I'm down. One piece tonight.
Nice.
Good.
Up final.
And arm glide slope. Do a little early, see how it handles it. We're about to capture at 1,500 feet, which is perfect. We timed that perfectly, actually. Speed alarm. Where is it yelling at me? So I'm at 170. Okay. There we go. It was yelling at me. I needed more thrust. Keep that speed up.
Well, as long as it's not calling you a retard, you're all right.
Right. We'll hold that throttle setting right there.
Who's that just landed?
That was the most horrible landing I've ever done. Well, I was trying to, the auto throttle was stuck on, and I was like trying to click on it, and of course, yeah, I'm staring down at the throttle versus where I'm going. But I'm still in one piece.
There you go.
This has been a pretty
Yeah,
smooth approach for me so far. I'm hoping it transitions into a good landing.
I might have drifted off the runway just a little bit, but
You might be getting behind some sod, but not too much.
Nobody was looking.
yeah.
Me, I got it on video.
Our approach speed was actually 130 is what it said, which seems a little low considering that's where that line is right there. So I'm going to go 140 as the target. We'll see how that feels. We can try 130 for a moment, but I feel like it's going to start stalling out on me. We are below 1,500 feet though. Let's try to keep that speed. Oh, it's because the altitude select disappeared on me again. That's what it was. Okay. Not too big of a deal at the moment. Last slope's coming in, so go ahead and get ahead of this a little bit with the gear down. Start slowing up. Looking for 150 on the Fox 40. Make sure this captured. Beautiful. Pull that power back. I hear you. Alright. Vertical speed capture final on glide slope. Gears down. Green. For the final flap setting, there's 150. Let's go full flaps. Bring some throttle back in. It's going to slow down real quick. There we go. Get that stabilized. Alrighty. Autopilot off. Good and bumpy. Touch low here. There we go.
No pressure. I got the camera looking right down the runway.
Yep.
I got a camera rolling
Same
for the
here.
world to see. Oof.
On my screen, they got fire services rolling out.
Uh-oh.
Well, somebody tipped them off, huh? Y'all know that's havoc. We gotta have fire and
There you
rescue.
There you go. Oh, that wasn't you.
You know, I don't even know why I bother taking the pictures, Michael. You know, it's always going to show up as low square tail bonanza. Gee, wasting my time.
Oh. Do not have steering, so I'm going to roll it out. Get steering lock on.
Bonanza. I had the layer jab.
Do not give me steering still. Here it is. Okay, cool. Welcome to Key West. Flaps up. I gotta remember that steer lock because you don't have enough steering to turn off the runway when you land. Is this a? It's really dark. There's the line. Okay. Butter, waffle, and pancakes. There we go, Diesel. I missed that. Thank you.
Who's flying that good-looking longitude next to me?
I didn't spawn. I pulled up beside you.
Who's that, Commander?
That's Bloggins, yeah. That's me.
Hey, man. Long time no see.
Work's been busy.
Well, these lines are very confusing. I got negative 64 on the landing rate, though. We'll just pull up right next to one of you guys here. Right in between you. How about that?
And you're trying to make that old Bonanza look good, huh?
Yeah.
One thing I wish Microsoft would get straight, you know, so we see actually what you're flying without having to have it, you know.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Where you could you could have an option to transmit just your skin, so that, like, you know, a peer-to-peer thing.
Yeah.
Well, even if you make a mod, submit it to them to put in their database, and whenever you're flying things, it just appears. All right, I'll call it off. Let's go ahead and shut these engines off. There we go. Let's go and get this girl shut down. That was a good flight. That actually went pretty well. Not perfectly smooth, but
it was fun though. That was a good one.
Yeah, I missed a bit of it, unfortunately.
that's perfectly fine. Alright. That's off. Off the yellow dampener. Alrighty. Yeah, negative 23 is what Diesel estimated. He almost got it at negative 64. Pretty good. This thing is a much faster landing airplane than some others of this size, for sure. Now, let's see here. If I pull up the iPad, can I get a GPU pull over here? See, some reason, I don't know if it's because you got to be at a parking spot or what, but you can't always get a GPU.
I wonder if is it proximity to other aircraft / objects?
I don't know. Can't quite figure it out yet. All right. These guys, with my now about 3 hours of flight time, managed to survive the flight with me. And I'll be right back. Okay. That was a lot of talking. All right, let me go check on the bodacious Bodie over here, and I'll be back.
Right.
Oh, yeah, my road dropped as well. I didn't know that. So I'm getting my Pimax replaced.
What's wrong?
Just it won't power. Like it's been acting up for a lot. Like just never played nice, and finally it just wouldn't power up, regardless of the battery status and all that stuff. And went through a lot of troubleshooting with the Pimax support, which I found a pain because it would be literally, have you charged the batteries? And you reply, and it takes them 24 hours to come back with the next thing. Can you verify? Like, I would say yes, the batteries are charged, and then they come back. Can you verify this? What color are the LEDs when you plug it into the charger pack? But it was literally 24 hours per question.
Wow.
But then they finally said, okay, yeah, like we did some other testing. It's like, yeah, we're ship it back to us and we'll ship you a new one. Done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ain't they in China or somewhere?
Not easily, no. It's they like the chat's there to sell you stuff and to direct you to their support page where you submit a ticket.
You talking about?
Yeah. But I can't remember if I mentioned I caved the other day and had some shopping therapy, and I've picked up a Quest 3 as well.
Uh-oh. Back up, huh?
You did mention that. How do you like it?
It's actually the augmented reality that's built into it, which I did not realize how strong it was, is blowing my mind a little bit. It's
Oh, really?
really, really cool. Just even little things where, if I don't feel like you can still use it in like full, like, say 3D function, but say I want to have a kind of a like with the virtual desktop software, you can give yourself a 100-inch monitor in front of your controls and actually see your controls.
That's cool.
So you can see what buttons you're like. I could demonstrate that if give me a minute or two. I can set it up and get it running if you're interested.
Sure. Watch this.
Yeah. Okay.
A330 driver video.
Just give me a second here. Log that one out.
What'd you do, Ron?
Just coming in on final now.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking you were on the ground. Oh, sorry about that. I watched.
I I said, this is going to be my first RNAV approach.
Frame it for us. We can walk you through anything.
I got it armed. Landing gears down. Flaps are out.
I'll show you the 2D version that you can set this game up for. Or I've set the headset up for.
Where are you at, Ron?
I am on final right now.
Can you stream it for us?
Oh,
I didn't see. I
Hold
didn't
on.
see your gamer tag out there. That's what I was asking.
hold on. Can I stream it?
Should be able to in Discord.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Just stream it in Discord.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
But you're in a CJ4.
Yep. Why that's flashing at me. Seems to be alright.
It's because you're low.
Oh. I got that little green dot though on the off to the windshield. That's usually that means I'm right on line.
It's because I don't think you're quite to the glide slope waypoint yet. So you're below 1,500 feet, which is what you're supposed to be at that last waypoint.
Yeah.
So if you give it a little extra throttle and pull up there and level off, should help you capture the glide slope. Just have that little magenta bar there on your vertical, next to your altitude.
So who was talking about Farm Sim on the channel, on the chat earlier on
That was
too?
Dev.
I'll have to show, because I do the whole Farm Sim on weekends with some European buddies. Been doing it for years, and yeah, I run my own server as well.
I have 19. I played
Yeah,
quite a bit for a while there, but I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, I got both. Actually, Farm Sim was free. I can't remember. It was being. I think it was like Epic or something like that was giving out for free a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I want to try there's a part of it I wouldn't mind trying is there's a competition, like part of 22 has this competition thing where you can do, it's like 3-on-3, like, you know, stacking bales and it's racing. I'd love to try that out.
I've seen the competitive mode, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
You hand flying, Ron?
I am. Can't you tell?
That's high now.
Yeah, you're high.
Yeah, you're very high.
Let's see if I can get this working.
Hey, get your 2 whites and 2 reds on the Pappy there.
Give me an aircraft, Duke or Cody.
This feels very weird.
Give her some gas and level off. Gas, 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 gas. Slam it forward, slam it forward. There you go. Alright, we'll pull it back, pull it back. About halfway. Pull left. There you go. Alright.
You got it?
Get it back over. A little too hard, a little too hard. And gentle row to the right. You got plenty of speed. Gentle row. Alright, there you go. Keep on scooting over. Alright, and pull the throttles.
Good job.
Left rudder. Nice recovery. Good job, Ron.
I was sweating.
Good job.
It was a very uneventful flight till the end.
Autopilot.
Excuse me.
Oh, they got a vertical map in the new tablet for the 777. That's cool. It'll show you where your step climbs and things are. Wheel chocks, air start unit, ground power jetway connection, air conditioning unit, ground power type, PAX entry method jetway. Ground connections, ground services, door management, automated ground ops, or maintenance. Beautiful.
That was a good one.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
It's been a while.
Yep, I enjoyed that one.
Brush the dust off sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder why it was acting weird. My trim was set at 12%. That's strange. Must have been when I took it off autopilot.
Yeah, when you took it off, it was probably out of the speed you're at.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think this new tablet's going to give us everything we want and actually be very useful.
The new what?
Flight tablet for the 777, 777.
Ah, okay, okay. Added features.
Oh yeah, they got all the ground services, all that stuff.
Let's see, I gotta...
Have they got GSX integrated with that? Some of those trailers I've seen, you look like it.
No, I don't know if it's GSX. I think it's built into. It's the PMDG built-in stuff.
Looked pretty good in what I saw.
Yeah, there's the video I'm looking at.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, why does it do this? Half the time, sometimes when I use the casting, it remembers who you are. Other times it's like, no, it wants your login information. I can't. It is. Oh. Now it remembers me.
Oh yeah, Ken. It's got
Okay.
automated ground ops and like timers and all kinds of nice stuff to it. I think you'll actually enjoy